We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. For the first time in nearly a decade, the city is poised to end the year with fewer than 300 killings. Coming up, the work the police commissioner says the city still needs to do. And big celebrations are planned for downtown this weekend. As we prepare to ring in the new year, we'll look at the security measures in place. Today could be one of the busiest days for travel. Just how much traffic TSA is expecting to see and how flight delays and cancellations compare to years past. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Shannon Lilly. Well, it is the final weekend of 2023, and looking ahead, it is a big one for the Ravens. In just 2 days, the Ravens will host the Dolphins in the most important game of the year so far. Large crowds are expected downtown Sunday, and following the game Sunday night, the city will ring in the new year with a fireworks display at the Inner Harbor. And of course, security is top of mind for everyone, with so many people downtown at the same time. When it comes to city safety, Baltimore is set to mark a major accomplishment this year. For the first time in 9 years, the city is expected to end the year with fewer than 300 killings. The police commissioner earlier this week acknowledging the progress, but saying more work needs to be done.
You know, I think it's great the numbers going down. It's a positive thing, obviously, because lives are not being lost. But when you're talking to a loved one whose child has been murdered, it doesn't make much difference to them, I don't think.
Too many people getting shot. The biggest key I want to accomplish is get a lot of these guns off the street. The proliferation of guns in our city is crazy.
Data from Baltimore police shows more young people are getting a hold of guns. Gun violence among children is on the rise this year. 94 juveniles have been shot compared to 72 in 2022. But homicides are down. 16 juveniles have been killed this year compared to 20 last year. The same data shows juveniles are responsible for 38% of car thefts across Baltimore City this year, but only 2/3 of those juvenile suspects are referred to the Department of Juvenile Services, and just 5% of those referred serve time at a DJS facility. Overall, Baltimore has seen nearly 11,000 car thefts this year, more than triple 2022 levels. The stolen vehicle crisis is extending beyond cars. Surveillance footage shows the moments a stolen tow truck was used to pull a car right from a Baltimore County dealership there. State's attorneys tell Fox 45 News these complex schemes are becoming more common as the number of thefts rise.
A lot of what we're seeing now are more sophisticated operations involving multiple levels of people who are benefiting from this type of crime.
Fox 45 News has done extensive reporting on car thefts across the state. You can find our complete coverage online at foxbaltimore.com. Making headlines, we are still in the middle of the busy holiday season, and today could be one of the busiest days at airports across the country this season. With people heading home after the holidays, the TSA is expecting to screen more than 2.6 million people at security checkpoints today. Now, when it comes to holiday travel, U.S. airlines seem to be delivering big improvements over the past week compared with the last week of 2022. FlightAware data shows less than 1% of flights were canceled last week, and delays aren't too bad either. So far, Southwest Airlines has delayed the most flights of any U.S. carrier during the holiday rush, roughly 1 in 4 flights. However, only 2% of Southwest flights have been canceled over the same period. That is the opposite of the last 10 days of 2022, when, you'll remember, Southwest Airlines' notorious schedule meltdown caused the cancellation of nearly 17,000 flights and left 2 million passengers stranded. Well, the New York Stock Exchange opening this morning for the final time of 2023. After a year of unexpected gains, stocks today are drifting a bit. Leading up to today's final bell, the market has seen 8 straight weeks of gains and another sign of possible inflation retreating. The PCE, or Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, declined 0.1% in November from October. Prices fell for the first time since 2020. Topping international news, Russia is intensifying its attack on Ukraine. In one of the biggest missile attacks since the war started, Ukrainian military officials say Russia launched 122 missiles and drones this morning. Military officials say they intercepted 87 of the missiles and 27 of the drones overnight. Ukraine's Air Force says this is the largest recorded missile attack since Russia's invasion started last February. Here's our look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1. Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott welcomed a new baby this week, but the mayor's online baby registry is raising some questions. The registry is open to the public, and there is an option to donate cash and gift cards. Some say that could create a conflict of interest because it's not clear who's giving the gifts. Although the ethics board says there is no indication the mayor is using the power of his office to solicit donations, therefore no laws have been broken. Trending number 2, you may see more police out and about this weekend. As we prepare to ring in the new year, Maryland State Police is increasing patrols on state highways. Troopers are urging people to use a designated sober driver or use public transportation or ride shares to safely travel. They will be conducting saturation patrols in high DUI areas. Trending number 3, the state is proposing a roadmap to cut greenhouse gas emissions by 60% by 2031. The plan comes with an annual $1 billion price tag. This comes at a time the state is projected to face a $418 million budget shortfall by fiscal year 2025. Critics say the price tag is too high, while supporters say the benefit is worth the cost. Trending number 4, police are investigating after a person fired shots inside an Anne Arundel County restaurant. Officials say at around 7:30 Wednesday night, officers responded to a report of shots fired at El Norteño Grill in Glen Burnie. An employee told police that a male customer fired several shots into the air and fled the scene in a blue sedan with another man. No injuries have been reported. This is an ongoing investigation. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Download the FOX45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. Well, there is a new workplace trend. It's called cushioning. Have you heard of it before? Coming up, we'll share how it's helping people further their career in an uncertain economy. But first, a tragic update in the case of global average temperature. Every month from June to November was the hottest ever recorded globally. Experts say the biggest driver is the buildup of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Linda says 2023 was the hottest ever and 2024 will be hotter. I guess we'll have to see. Jeanette here says, I'm loving the weather. Thank you. Still ahead, Christmas is over and New Year's is upon us. So when do you take down your tree? That's the big question. Coming up, a closer look at the growing debate. But first, when we ring in 2024, some workers will get a pay boost. Coming up, the new minimum wage the state is imposing and the impact it could have. Coming up at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. It's 11:13. You're watching Fox 45 News, Midday.
Coming up this week on Full Measure, much attention is focused on events in the Mideast, but America's closest adversary in terms of proximity is the communist island nation of Cuba, where the U.S. restricts trade. We'll make a rare trip to the communist island nation to investigate concerns about its alliances with U.S. adversaries like China. The Mideast war has triggered a new tide of anti-Semitism in the U.S. We'll explore the rise in anti-Jewish attacks and how such a thing could happen in America. And the anti-Israel terrorist group Hezbollah gets its backing from U.S. adversary Iran. We'll explore the funding behind the Islamic extremist group and the role it plays in the current Mideast war. That's this week on Full Measure.
Well, we are back with a live look over the Inner Harbor. It's looking beautiful. All is quiet right now, but things are going to be very busy this weekend. The Ravens play Sunday afternoon, and the city is hosting its big New Year's Eve fireworks show. That's Sunday night. And as we prepare to ring in the new year, there will be some new laws on the books come 2024. Starting Monday, the state minimum wage will jump from $13.25 an hour to $15 an hour. The change is part of the Fair Wage Act, a law signed by Governor Moore earlier this year. To help you understand the change and how it will impact businesses and workers, earlier this morning, our Megan Gillen spoke with Dr. Darius Arani, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships and Applied Research at Towson University, and he broke down just how many workers the new law impacts.
About 150,000 employees in Maryland could be impacted. But, recall that we're already in a very tight labor market, so wages have already kind of been rising to reflect the fact that there is some labor shortages. So many individuals are already making perhaps even a bit more than minimum wage.
Now, to see the full interview and more about the minimum wage increase, just head to our website, foxbaltimore.com. Making headlines, Maine's top election official has removed Donald Trump from the state's 2024 primary ballot. In her 34-page decision, Maine's Democratic Secretary of State found the former president constitutionally ineligible to run due to his involvement in the January 6th Capitol riots. Despite this, her office says the decision will not be enforced until the court hears Trump's challenge. Earlier this month, Colorado's Supreme Court issued a similar ruling, but that decision has been put on hold until the U.S. Supreme Court decides to hear the case. A federal appeals court has turned down Trump's request for a 90-day pause on his upcoming defamation trial. Former magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll says while Trump was in office, he denied her allegations of previous sexual assault. Trump's legal team wanted time to potentially appeal the court's previous decision that he could not use military immunity as a defense. As of now, the trial is set to start January 16th. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Baltimore is set to be below 300 homicides for the first time in 9 years. Fox 45 News is taking a closer look at what attributed to this decrease. Plus, another state kicks former President Trump off of the Republican primary ballot, the question surrounding the legality of the move. And the new year is just days away. How Baltimore is getting ready for a spectacular Inner Harbor celebration. Trending now, when is the best time to take down your Christmas tree? Reports say about 20% of Americans hurry up and take the tree down by the end of December. One survey says 84% of Americans take it down in January. The Epiphany date of January 6th could be one date based on religious observance. Experts say if you have a real tree, take it down when it's too dry and do so by local recycling deadlines. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. Mark, when do you take down your tree?
Well, it depends. Trash day is Tuesday, so it's either going to be this Tuesday or next Tuesday. Okay,
so you're following the guidelines.
We're practical. And this year, this is our smallest, driest tree.
Oh, so it's time to go.
It was our wackest tree. This tree,
no. When did you get it?
Yeah, it didn't live up to the hype this year. I got it. I think we got it. I mean, it didn't do well this year.
Yeah. Is it a little Charlie Brown tree?
It's a little Charlie Brownish, but it still was sweet. But yeah, not as normally we get the robust big tree.
This year you skipped that.
Yeah, we skipped that this year. And I think I actually picked it up. I can't even remember. See, it's bad when you don't remember when you got the tree.
That may be part of the problem.
It might have been, I might have got it at an illegal dump site. I mean, it's kind of.
Oh my goodness!
It might have been in the back of this TV station, actually.
But hey, it did its job, right?
It did its job.
It made it through Christmas.
You know the tree's not great when the lights aren't on all the time. You know how when you go, the lights are normally plugged in to keep the spirit? This year, the lights have been off. It's like, You
don't want to risk the fire hazard.
It's too dangerous.
You know what? This is just, for me, this is the saddest time of year, taking down the tree.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, if it's time to go, it's time to go, right?
It is. You're right. Taking everything down, it is sad. But you know what? It means spring is just around the corner.
That's true. Let's skip winter.
That's right. Right. I forgot about winter.
Yeah. Speaking of the weather, time now for your wild and wonderful weather with meteorologist Justin Chambers, who shows us some to our south are ending the year with snow.
Well, some of us are seeing snow, at least in parts of the south. It's not much, but this is from around the areas in Little Rock where they are seeing a few of those snow flurries this morning. Folks were out there chasing that snow. Overall, we're not going to see that snow here. Now, in western Maryland, could get some snow showers by the time we get into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Those upslope snow showers are what we're talking about, but lower 50s here for the next couple of hours. Notice on your hour-by-hour forecast that average high of 45, nowhere near that number. We're going to be in the lower 50s for a lot of us here for the afternoon. Now, it will be cooler today, but overall mild considering that we have a lot more sunshine for your Friday afternoon. That sun will be up until 4:52 this evening. Those daylight hours getting a little bit longer now that we're well past the winter solstice. Upper 40s and lower 50s for you across Carroll and Baltimore counties for your high temperatures today. Howard and Arundel counties, a lot of lower 50s as well for Ellicott City and Elk Ridge, down through Glen Burnie and Pasadena, Severna Park right about 51. And notice if you're traveling up and down the 95 corridor, pretty decent travel day with numbers in the lower 50s and staying dry. Pilots finally excited to go flying today. Visual flight rules. We've been talking about IFR and LIFR most of the week. And obviously the Ravens game, as we look at your game day forecast, we're starting off with those temperatures in the 40s for tailgating. And right about kickoff there at 1 p.m. we'll be in the upper 40s. We'll get to the lower 50s through the course of the game, staying mainly dry. And then New Year's Eve night, which is Sunday night, we're seeing those temperatures that'll drop to the 30s right around midnight as we bring in the brand new year. All right, here's that future scan. So that area of low pressure may bring a stray shower or two to us late on Friday night. Cold front's going to come through tomorrow. That'll pick up the wind from the west and the northwest, but drying us out and keeping us mainly dry. Even some of those upslope snow showers now not until Sunday night and Monday of next week. And that's when we'll have some cloud cover around for that first day of the new year. Notice that 10-day forecast, though, those numbers go back to the 40s by Wednesday and Thursday, and even looking ahead to next weekend, keeping those numbers in the 40s.
Justin, thanks. Still ahead, the Ravens are gearing up for their biggest game of this season, and it's all happening right here at home. We'll break down what the team needs to do to ensure more football in Maryland this season. But first, these are not your average police cars here. Why one department is letting officers drive around in Porsches and Bentleys and even a Ferrari. It's 11:22. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. All right, you're not going to want to miss this. A police department in Turkey is turning millions of dollars worth of seized exotic vehicles here into new squad cars. A video released by the Turkish government shows the 23 newly outfitted cars and SUVs seized during the arrest of an alleged high-profile drug dealer, lined up and looking tough in their new light bars and police emblems. The Fast and Furious fleet includes everything from Porsches and Bentleys to Mercedes and even a Ferrari. All right, we are taking you live now over M&T Bank Stadium, where in just 2 days, the Ravens will host the Dolphins in the most important game of the year so far. They'll be fighting for AFC's top seed in the playoffs, and a win this Sunday could mean a lot more football in Baltimore this year. Now, the Ravens are ranked #1 in the AFC, and Miami is #2. If the playoffs started today, the Ravens would have no more road games until a neutral site if they reach the Super Bowl. But unfortunately, the playoffs don't start today for the Birds. They have to beat the Dolphins in order to have home field advantage in the playoffs for the first time since 2019. So some of you are sending us pictures of how you're supporting the Ravens this season. This is Latarsha celebrating the Ravens' big win last week, looking great in her purple and hoping for another win on Sunday. Well, we want to see your purple pride. To share how you are supporting the team, scan the QR code there on your screen or head to foxbaltimore.com/chime-in and click on the Purple Pride tab. That is all the time we have for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm going to be able to see you all in the new year. Be More Lifestyle is coming up next. Mark Clark is back to tell us what they're working on.
That's
hey,
right,
Mark.
Shannon. Be More Lifestyle. Happy New Year. Be More Lifestyle is coming up next. Stick around.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is B1 Lifestyle Live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with professional wrestler James Ellsworth. Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you right now, okay?
Happy Friday.
It's the holiday season, and a lot of us were just visiting family, which begs the question, is a family gathering a vacation?
Ooh.
New survey reveals 34% of people don't think so. James, is it a vacation when you see the family?
I don't think so. No, a vacation is something that you always enjoy while you're there. When you're with family, you enjoy it, but sometimes, you know, being with family's like,
It gives you anxiety.
You know, you don't want to answer all the questions. Yeah.
See, you're chiming in. You're a big family person. Isn't it like being on vacation, being in the Bahamas?
If that's a vacation, I've been on vacation every single day because I see my family every day. A break is needed. When I think vacation, I'm thinking Jamaica. I'm thinking Carnival. I'm thinking
the Bahamas,
thinking
right?
I'm thinking the Bahamas, baby.
Okay.
I'm thinking I need to be flued out. I'm thinking something like that. I mean, seeing my family, I mean, unless they make you relax, but my anxiety is high when I see them.
Okay.
Because all the questions, you know,
Especially the in-laws, right?
Yeah, oh my
Lady T
goodness.
and James are tearing down families.
sorry,
We
my
want you to
bad,
tell
no.
it. We want you to tell it is a family gathering, a vacation. Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, it turns out there's a new workplace trend. It's called cushioning.
Okay.
It's when you start making backup plans in the event your company lays people off in the new year. Ideas include brushing up your resume, attending networking events, and updating your online job profile. I don't know. That's called a day in the life. I don't know. That's called cushioning. James, you're a wrestler. What do you do? You like, just in case you got to play soccer? I mean, do you do this cushioning?
Backup plan?
Well, you know, when you're an athlete, as you get older, you start thinking of backup plans because you can't wrestle forever. You can't play soccer forever, football. So,
Right.
yeah, you're always thinking of what's next in your life.
Cushioning.
Yeah.
Cushioning.
Lady T, I know you're not cushioning.
No, not at all.
First of all, Lady
Not
T,
at
you know,
all.
in addition to this
According
piece
to a
yes.
statement, I
have never
I
cushioned.
am currently and never going to leave the station. No, but no, cushioning. You ain't never lived life until you've actually filled out your, built up your resume while you was at work. You ain't never.
That's a
you
part
ever
of it.
brushed up on the resume while you at work, and as soon as somebody come around, you're like, oh, I was just out here
See,
doing real
and I
work.
feel for Lady T.
You know.
Lady T, you know, in the office, Lady T is in front of everybody.
I am.
I don't know how
At
you do
the
it.
assignment desk.
You can't do nothing.
I
you
can't do
even.
nothing. I'm being watched.
Yes, you're being watched. You're being watched.
On a regular basis, yes.
Couples getting married in Las Vegas on New Year's Eve could set a record as the city's busiest wedding day ever. The president of Vegas Wedding says not only is it a holiday, but December 31st this year is a specialty day.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a repeating 1-2-3-1-2-3 pattern,
Yes.
12-31-23.
Yep.
So far, the one-day record for marriages in Vegas is 4,492 weddings set on 7/7/2007. See, the repeating thing.
Yeah, I see
7/7. So, James, what do you think about this?
So I just got married last year, and
In Vegas?
No, not in Vegas. We went
okay,
to
that's a close
Disney
one. I was
World, a
ready.
hot air balloon.
I was ready.
Okay, well, same difference.
You were in a hot air balloon?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
that
We
was
got married
smart.
over Disney World in a hot air balloon.
He's a
Shout out to my
romantic.
wife Sandra.
Beautiful.
Takes chairs to the face,
He
but
knows
he's still
he
romantic.
did her right. That's what's up.
He gets hit in the head with ladders,
for
but
her.
he's still romantic.
Yeah, I would. Let me
Lady
tell you something.
T?
A lot of those romances and all those weddings that happen in Vegas, they don't last. And I end up spilling tea about them during spilling the tea.
Well,
Tuesday,
but you
Thursday.
also do, none of your weddings last on your
There
spilling
was
tea.
just, wait.
None of the weddings you do on
I
spilling
did
tea
remember a
last.
few that did last because we're still. What are we on now with J-Lo and Ben Affleck?
Oh, well, Will
so
and Jada.
they're good, okay.
And
but,
Will and Jada.
But number what's her name? The Jonas brother and his wife. Yeah, they're
They
not
let it go.
together. They
All right.
got married in Vegas too. So
Okay.
not
Well-
looking good. Not looking good.
Okay, well, James, what do you have coming up?
Well, we got a MCW Pro Wrestling tomorrow in Joppa, Maryland, where I'll be
Hey.
defending the Rage TV title that I just won in Frederick a couple of weeks ago
Okay.
from
Excuse
a friend of
me.
yours, right? Miles Hawkins. He was on here
wait a
before.
minute.
We just had him on. Are you? Oh, so you're going up against him?
Yeah, he's
We
getting.
got beef.
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, we got big beef.
Calm down, James.
No,
Calm down.
no,
All right,
it's okay.
We'll continue
No.
success.
I'm gonna cheer for you.
Lady T, Happy New Year. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, still ahead. You watch him every night right here on Fox 45
Kai.
News. We'll go one-on-one with anchor Kai Jack. Look at him.
He has to show him how to do the tie.
And Kai, Kai actually is a black belt.
Yes, he is.
Don't let him fool you.
He got a lot
But
of
first, there's a new way to keep your car in tip-top shape. You can maintain your car's tire pressure without a trip to the gas station for more air. Great show. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Gina Gannon from America's Steals and Deals has discovered a handy gadget to help avoid a trip to the gas station when your car's tire pressure is low. Here's Gina with the details.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
Haven't we all been in that situation where as soon as you get in your car, that tire pressure light goes on, then it starts blinking, then you have to go to the nearest gas station, and you just hope that someone's there to help you fill your tires with air? Well, thanks to the folks at Never Go Flat, you don't have to worry about that anymore. This is your emergency 3-in-1 peace of mind kit, knowing that you never, ever will be stranded and you're always going to be prepared. That's what I love so much about this. So you can actually inflate your tire on your car, your truck, your bike. If you have pool equipment, if you have sports equipment, it's awesome. Even an air mattress. This does the job, which is so great. It also has an emergency floodlight, flashlight, blinking light. On the back here, it actually has a USB port. So it's just great that you are always ready no matter what happens. I was very insecure when it came to this kind of stuff, but now I don't have to be. So if you're ever stranded on the side of the road, this is your assurance for you that, again, you are good to go. Every year, there are 33,000 tire-related accidents. So this is your peace of mind. You give it to all your family members that you love, making sure that they are always prepared. And that's what the folks at Never Go Flat really want to see happen. So right now we're offering 31% off on Never Go Flat. Head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
Now, you may know anchor Kai Jackson, but do you know the man? Our colleague Kai is a wonderful journalist here at Fox 45, and as you're about to see, there's more to Kai than meets the eye.
I'm gonna keep it real. This is a very big platform, and we have to be responsible in how we use it. My eureka moment was when a woman named Serbino Sandifer came to my college radio. I knew I wanted to get into television. There was something about her, something about how she described TV. I went to her and asked if it was possible for me to intern with her. That 6-month internship got me my first job out of college. Fun fact about Kai Jackson, I have an honorable discharge from the Army. My degree was going to be teaching English, but my plan was to go into ROTC, and I got out of ROTC because I wanted to pursue a career in television. My father served, my father's father served, and I didn't, so it's a bit of a regret. I've had a number of moments where tears have fallen out of my eyes, again, seeing anybody hurt, whether it's a supermarket shooting in Buffalo or students being slaughtered in Parkland, Florida, or a congregation in Charleston, South Carolina, a city where I lived and worked. And I am personal friends with a pastor who was a good friend of the pastor who was killed in the Charleston shooting. So some of these things affect you and are connected to you directly. It's hard not to take them home, but you often do. I'm not incredibly religious, but I am spiritual. So I believe in God, and I believe in praying, and I meditate. And I also take karate. Karate is a good physical release for me. For viewers, what I find is they absolutely want to know things that aren't right or wrong. Journalism is designed to ferret out things that people generally might try to hide. We shine a light on things that sometimes people don't want a light shined on. That's our job. We can continue to do accountability, transparency, waste watch, and also give people stories that are a little more hopeful because it also reflects their lives around them. But those same people would be honest with you and tell you they also want to know, well, what are you doing to make it better? Or, and this is one I get a lot when I'm out in the community, people have a program or know about something happening to improve someone's life or to improve a problem, and they're hopeful that we can come cover that story. My most fulfilling moment hasn't been getting awards. I thought it was going to be when I got an Emmy, and I got my first Emmy here at Fox 45. It's probably more the news coverage we've done. My job is to kind of be a guide, but get out of the way. So I'm not trying to let people know I'm smart, I'm intelligent. That's people respect you more for doing your job than for trying to impress them. My other passion outside of television is filmmaking. I have a master's degree in filmmaking, and I'm proud to say that because I worked hard at it. But more than that, I love telling stories cinematically. I'm Kai Jackson, and this is my story.
Make sure you watch Kai and Mary Bubala every day here on Fox 45 News and look for more behind-the-scenes segments in the future on Be More Lifestyle. Still ahead, making the world a better place in 2024. That's the goal of a local church. Coming up, we'll sit down with the pastor for a closer look at how they're impacting the community. And will you be making a New Year's resolution this year? Coming up, Lady T took that question to the streets and has your goals for 2024 coming up.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, you guys, it's me, Lady T, and I'm bringing Let Me Tell You to the streets to ask the very important holiday questions that are on your mind. Fun, hi, how you doing? Hi, ma'am, how are you? Do you have time to answer some holiday questions, some fun ones? All right, so I'm here with Sharon. Hey, Miss Sharon.
My name is Portia.
Okay, who do you have with you here today?
This is Cam.
I'm Cam.
Devin Hathaway.
Oh, hello, Devin. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yeah. My New Year's resolution is to make sure I love me first.
Ooh, I like that.
Just be better within myself.
Try to do all of the good things throughout the year, not just at New Year's.
Start with me first, and then everything else is extra.
Stay more positive and try to better myself into becoming a better person I want to be.
So it's going to be your self-care.
It's my self-care.
I spend more intentional time with my husband.
Oh, I love that. Shout him out.
No, Frank Basso, hey.
She said, hey, boo. What's your New Year's resolution?
Do the right thing, you know, and praise God.
I like that.
I haven't thought about it. Keep being a better version of me.
Okay. That's what she, if you had to set one, that's what she would do.
Just to move forward, like upward, and lead in love. Like everything that I do it lovingly. So, and like to get away from the negative stuff, like just to move and not feed into negativity, just positively.
Okay, oh, I like that. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's a good New Year's resolution.
To better my career.
Ooh, okay. Oh, you're trying to move up in ranks. I love that.
He's doing a great job.
Are you serious? Okay, well now we got approval right here. He's got references, y'all. He's got references, and they're right here. What are you looking forward to in the new year?
Just seeing more, traveling more.
Just more positivity, to be honest. That's what I'm hoping. That's really what I want.
I know. I
love that. Where else do you want to go to?
I'm not sure. Georgia, the country.
Ooh, Georgia, Savannah.
The country.
Oh, the country. Really? Oh, okay. So the country. Okay, I was like, wait, where? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sharon. You are so good. Thank you, girl. Thank you, guys. Y'all the bomb. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you, darling. You're the bomb. Thank you. But thank you so much for playing. I appreciate it, Liz. No, you did great. Thank you.
Lady T on the streets in 2024. Now time with your weather. Justin is standing by. What's up, Justin?
Well, just up the road in Harrisburg, some really pretty pictures here. You can see that sun that is coming up in the morning time, and that's what we saw here at home as well. Just to look at those gorgeous conditions, finally seeing that sun that is breaking out because we have been socked in with all of that cloud cover. And as we head toward the afternoon today, we'll continue to see that sun back with us. So even though our temperatures will be a little bit cooler, we're still going to be above average and overall should feel a little nicer as we get later into the day. However, we will be cooler as we head into New Year's weekend. So check in your numbers here for our temperatures. Overall, next few hours, we'll continue to see those numbers in the lower 50s, a mix of sun and clouds as we take you through the afternoon, but really staying mainly dry. You may get a stray shower late tonight into the overnight hours, but not too much to worry about. 48 in Westminster, your high today. Lower 50s for Cockeysville and Bel Air down through Baltimore City. Eastern Shore also in those lower 50s across the Bay Bridge to Annapolis at 51. And more of those 50s continue for New York and Philly down through Baltimore and D.C. Pilots finally getting out there and flying today. VFR, visual flight rules, not only today, but should be that way throughout most of the weekend. And then, obviously, our attention turns to the big game as the Ravens taking on the Dolphins Sunday afternoon at the Bank. Upper 40s at kickoff with lower 50s through the middle of the game and staying dry as well. Then, Sunday night, we transition right into New Year's Eve and all the things going on at the Inner Harbor and all areas around the region that are celebrating New Year's Eve with fireworks and festivities. And temps will be a little chilly in the upper 30s here through 11 p.m. and right around the stroke of midnight, but staying dry. So that system moving out of here, and as it exits to the north and to the east, we may see a few showers develop in southern Maryland tonight. See that cold front come through tomorrow, and that's going to pick up that wind. So a bit breezy on Saturday afternoon. The northwest wind and the drier air will continue, and maybe get some upslope snow showers by Sunday into Monday for the mountains. But overall, our temps staying in the lower 50s through Monday of next week, back to the upper 40s, and really next chance for rain comes by next Thursday.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Rock City Church. Rock City Church is making their New Year's resolution to make the world a better place. Joining us now to share is Bishop Bart Pierce. Bishop, so tell us about your New Year's service. How you doing, by the way?
I'm good, Mark.
Sharp as always. Sharp as always.
Thank you so much. Yeah, New Year's coming up, is always for us the way to start off a new year, embrace it. And we have a service at 9 o'clock on Sunday night, this time. And it goes right till midnight. And then we bring in the new year with prayer and celebration. And that service is a very prophetic service. Over the years, we go before God and wait on the Lord for about a month. And then when we get ready for that service, it's a very strong prophetic service. We speak the word that God gives us. We feel like the Lord's speaking to us. Things that happened, an example, years ago when Haiti was bombed, with that earthquake that just shook it to the nation, shook it to the ground. The word of the Lord came that it was coming within 30 days. And so that kind of sense of where are we at as a nation and where are we at as people. So it's a great service, lots of celebration, testimonies of people that have been healed this year, that have been really touched in some special way, families restored. It'll be a good service.
Well, speaking of that, what is America's future? I mean, I have that as a question here.
Yeah. Well, Mark, for me, as a believer, I always look at it from a biblical perspective, of course. But I'm optimistic that things can change. But that's the key. It needs to change. It needs to change in the church, and it needs to change in our communities. We've done things forever, and we've done them the same way, and we've got no change results. We have to make changes. We have to make commitments. If you talk about resolutions for New Year's, a lot of people do that. One might be to bring God back into your conversation. We've removed God from every arena, from the school arenas, from the political arenas, from all of the conversation. And it's the one single thing that for the 300 and some years this nation has been, God was always part of the conversation. And in the last 30 or 40 years, we've slipped away from that and took God out of the conversation. And I think he wants to come back into that conversation. He wants to come into the church with a fresh word, that the word is what he wants us to hear, not just our opinion. And I think what'll happen with that is, look, we've seen the restoration of so many things because of that word coming forth. God's word comes and it restores us. There's a scripture in Acts that says that there's blessing, there's peace in his presence. And we need to bring him back into the conversation of every arena, whatever it is we're doing.
Well, Rev, we got to wrap things up, but how do you see Baltimore in that plan? And then one more time, as we wrap things up, give us information about the service.
Mark, I see that the city of Baltimore, I've been here 40 years, and I've seen so many changes, good changes. Excited about the Ravens in their position right now. But I do believe that we need a change. We need a change of positions, and we need a change of dialogue. We have to come to the table. And here's the thing I would say. The church and the politicians have gotten further apart instead of together. And we're really not on separate pages. We're on the same page. We feed 65,000 people a month.
Wow.
And so that means that the church and the city and can work together.
Okay, Rev, one more time about the service. When, what time, where?
All right. Rock City Church, it's Cromwell Bridge Road, exit right there, 21. And you want to come, it's at 9 o'clock. And it goes till midnight on the Sunday, the 31st.
All right. Well, thanks. Good seeing you as always.
Mark, thank you.
Good seeing you. Always sharp. Okay, still ahead. Does having time off for the holidays count as a vacation? Coming up, your take on time off and how you spend it. Stick around. And we wanted you to tell it as a family gathering, a vacation. The majority are saying no, never.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
And for the last time in 2023, we want to thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have an amazing one, and we'll see you next year. Take care.